Oh, happy day. It's Oberon and Neptune beat up the planet. So, I get asked a lot, why are we playing Dynasty Warriors 8 instead of Dynasty Warriors 9? Like, everyone I know is asking me.
Absolutely everyone.
Absolutely everyone.
All the people.
And, Dynasty Warriors 9, it has a lot of shitty problems with it, including trying to be an open world game in a Dynasty Warriors game, which just doesn't work, because then they just go, oh, each mission is its own open world environment. But the other reason is it's got microtransactions.
Boo.
And you've seen people bitch about the microtransactions, and you've seen things being cut away from characters for microtransactions later. Like Zenkai's Clause is the one that comes to mind.
Like the entire plot of Other M.
Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, the microtransactions really get me. And on release, it was just kind of a really shitty, empty game. But instead of, like, one shitty, empty sandbox, it was like 20 shitty, empty sandboxes. Which is a bad choice. And you gets you to wonder, how do you get a game like that? What is the fuck going on?
I have a theory.
Yeah.
They played the Ghost in the Shell PSX release once, and then the second stage, when they're like had literally everything there was to offer in the whole game, they're like, well, maybe we gotta slow that down, and they took that concept just way too far.
Oh yeah. Produce as little content as you can, and stretch it as far as you can to get as much engagement from the player to get to the end of your fucking content. Seems like a good strategy. Right.
Yep, gonna justify the $60 price tag with 60-hour runtime. Don't care how I get there.
Uh-huh. And that's really problematic. It is taking the object of making a good game and turning it on its head to make more money. Instead of making a good game, you are making a long game that you can say is good yourself, and so who cares?
It's the problem with running a game like a business. A business is an apparatus to make money. A game is to provide a neat package for your entertainment. The two don't necessarily go together.
Yeah, and when you're talking about something like an apparatus to make money, that's what a lot of gaming has become. But I'm excited because recently in the Senate, there has been an introduction of a bill to kind of curb some of that. Josh Hawley, a senator from Missouri, introduced this lovely little bill, which basically takes an axe to really problematic game practices. Now, a lot of the focus is on loot boxes.
Loot boxes?
Loot boxes. Well,
Loot
because they're
boxes.
garbage gambling mechanics that help you strip away content from your game just to put it in later.
Oh, can we apply this bill to anime conventions? Because seriously, the secret boxes are nothing. Are just they fill the vendor room.
Oh yeah, the good old gacha. I'm gonna have an episode on gacha coming up too. I'll link it in the description when it goes live. But yeah, and this concept really comes from that concept. A lot of loot boxing didn't really get popular until we saw the gachapon mechanics rolled into mobile games from Japanese companies, and then American companies started salivating and touching themselves inappropriately.
I can remember that moment too, because I was playing Team Fortress 2 at the time.
Yes.
And then all these little brown crates showed up. People are like, oh, I can sell these to other people for pennies. It's like returning bottles. And then there was too many to sell. And
And then you had to buy keys.
then you had to buy keys. And then I'm like, wait, what am I doing this for?
Yeah, everything was fine until the Gacha Nation attacked.
Yeah. But that's kind of weird because it always marks the point in the game of when you finally decide that this game sucks.
Yeah.
Even when we're starting to play recently, Payday 2, that's when it started to suck. Because when they introduced all these things you had to get that you needed to enhance your game to beat the new high-level content.
Yep.
And I'm like, I already paid like $60 for this game.
Yeah, I waited for Steam sale, so I was lucky, but...
Yeah. I bought, like, the early edition because Payday 1 was so goddamn good.
Yeah.
And for a while, that was the best $60 I ever spent. And then microtransactions.
So, yeah, there's a bill in the Senate that is pushing to curb some of those desires. It specifically is aimed at games targeted at those under the age of 18.
Oh, good. Good.
Insert the eye roll there, because, of course, if you're targeting people over 18, you deserve to play bad games because you're over 18.
Yeah, you're over. Yeah, if you want to blow your money, that's fine. Go right ahead. I don't care. But you know, when Junior suddenly charges $1,000 to your credit card for Candy Crush, I think you're gonna want a little protection in your corner.
Yeah. I just think it's problematic to just target kids with the selling of the bill, because you know what? You're making shitty games. Period. End of line. Don't do that.
Yeah. But this could have a ripple effect. It could.
Yeah.
Instead of exposing kids to a thing that seems okay, right, and training them to think microtransactions are okay in the future, and then when they get to be adults, they just play games of microtransactions.
Yeah.
The game would have to be better.
Yep.
And these kids would grow up with better content. See, I'm thinking about the kids.
Right. Well, that and there is the other effect, which is how do you say a game is not targeting kids?
Oh yeah.
Because at that point, you have to prove that this game isn't targeted towards 18-year-olds.
We could use the rating system, like if it's got blood and gore in it.
I guess. That means all the young adult games are going to be the best. All the games targeted at 16-year-olds would be the best.
Who's saying the games targeted at 16-year-olds aren't the best? I mean...
all right. I mean, Killing Floor is pretty awesome.
Killing Floor is great.
Either way. So yeah, that's actually what they're doing.
Oh, I could be a senator.
You could.
Oh.
I'd listen to your podcast.
Excellent. That's what there is to do after you're a senator, right? You get a podcast?
I mean, if you're a smart senator, if you're a dumb senator, you just
keep being a senator.
Beg for money and don't do your job and then whine about all the smart senators being publicly engaged.
Yeah.
So, games with a wider audience whose developers knowingly allow minors to play are still subject to this. Like, if you're letting minors play your game, it's you. You're on the hook for these laws. So it will be hard to kind of cut away most games from that, unless it's like explicitly made so that a kid can't play it and shouldn't want to play it. And it would prohibit a bunch of design things that are pretty shitty. The aforementioned loot boxes.
Loot boxes.
Lock them.
Loot boxes.
Gone. Yeeted right out of existence. Or
Yeet.
The other thing is pay to win. So what you were talking about with all the extra parts for fucking Payday 2.
Oh, yeah.
Anything that could substantially give you a game advantage, regardless of if it's single or multiplayer. Regardless of if it's cooperative or competitive.
Ooh, I just saw Diablo 2 get infinitely better.
Yeah?
That's all that's on there are bots of websites that they just make this bot to go run the game, to go grab the loot, and then sell the big item.
Yeah, you give them how many shell runes?
What? No.
Oh,
you give them
money.
Doll hairs for pixels. You go to their website. I'm going to give you $5. You're going to send me some Zod runes and a Breath of the Dying, and I'm going to pay to win.
Yeah. So that would all be prohibited.
The game's not hard. I don't know why you would need that. The game's not hard.
I totally agree. Well, no, not that it's not hard. I've had Diablo 2 kick my ass. No, I haven't had Diablo 2. That was Diablo 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, D2 ain't hard. It's one of the best games ever.
D3 is pretty great. And you can get it hard. I can get it hard. Man, I haven't played D3 in years. But, so, you know, it's nice to see someone taking steps to make games just not suck anymore. I don't know. Yeah, it's targeted at people with gambling addictions and kids for the protective thing, but that's...
So they don't develop a gambling addiction.
Yeah, they do perpetuate like that.
Yeah.
Turns out a lot of it is a learned response, just some people learn it a lot faster than others.
Oh God! If they had these things when I was a kid, I wouldn't be here today. Guaranteed.
Yeah.
I once drank a flavor of sobe. You remember that stuff?
Oh yeah, the carrot one, right?
Yeah, orange carrot sobe.
That stuff was great.
And I had it all the time in the 90s. It was a weird time.
A weird and wonderful time.
Yeah, but this one guy came up to me. He says, "You know what? I'm glad you don't smoke, because you'd be dead." I drank a lot of it. Microtransactions in me? Oh, that was...
Imagine if your sobe had microtransactions.
To get a better cap. Yeah.
I want to re-roll my cap.
I want to re-roll the label. I like the old label.
Yeah. Oh, super ultra rare.
Ultra rare labels?
This gives me an extra 3% speed boost in drinking it.
Foil orange carrot drink.
Oh, I'm just never going to open that.
It's somehow shiny.
It's going to be on my shelf forever. But yeah, so that shit might get yeeted out of existence. Downside is it's never going to pass.
Yeah.
Big business has the backing of not over half the Senate.
Yep. Yeah. It's a great bill, but it's like, oh, but money. You want money? Money.
Oh, money.
Money. Okay.
Yeah. But
remember when they used to just sell you a game and you had a game?
Yeah. I still got a bunch of those. In fact, that's why I buy a lot of indie games.
Yeah.
Just fuck it. I don't need AAA games. I mean, I'm super stoked that Borderlands 3 isn't going to have loot boxes, but of course, Randy Pitchford's a douchebag, so...
Whoever Randy is, look out.
Well, he's the CEO of Gearbox, who produces Borderlands, and he's a douchebag who was like, there's no microtransactions, thinking microtransactions meant loot boxes.
But then he gave you microtransactions?
Well, it's the same thing that was in Borderlands 2, which is great. I was fine with that. It's just skins.
Oh.
That's it.
You can sell skins. I'm okay with selling skins.
Yeah, like...
That's actually the part that I'm 100% okay with. If you want to charge me $5 so my GTA 3 guy can wear a pink shirt with a douchebag college logo on it, go right ahead. I don't need that. I can easily say no to that.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have stats on it.
But that's the thing. I also want to be able to just buy the skin I want to buy.
Yeah.
I don't want to roll a die and see if I get the skin I want, or if I have to roll the die 150 times to get the one I want.
It's mathematically possible just to overspend on it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's... No. Let me just buy it straight out. And maybe don't skimp on dropping them in game, just to try and leverage more money out of people. Because once you start leveraging your game mechanics to get money out of your players, you are no longer designing a game, you are designing a capitalist experience.
Capitalist Simulator. That's a game.
That's almost every game right now.
Oh, we should just do that.
That's a good idea. Coming soon. From Oberon and Neptune, Capitalist Simulator. Check it.
It'll be just a dude in a suit running around on all fours, getting distended body part physics because he gets stuck on the environment. It'll be great.
Yeah, and then we'll just slam in, I don't know, like some clicker game mechanics and charge you money.
Yeah.
Done. Speaking of yeeting things out of existence, do you hear that?
The illustrious and complicated history of ancient China?
Yeah, that and the music to my ears that tells me. Next time, on Oberon and Neptune Beat Up the Planet, we execute the Emperor's will. Or do we just execute the Emperor?
It's hard to tell with this game. There's a branching path between executing the will of the Empire and executing the Yeah, it's complicated.
The wind howled at the washboard, sleeping underneath the moon. Our plan was hatched in a briar patch where lovers shook and swoon. Their lips stained with violet, their tongues tied into knots. To the loamy beds, their secrets